Hey guys. So I wanted to do something a little bit different. My wife was in her group at the time on her tablet, and I was coming home, and I said, "Let me get a little house footage because I love our house." We run a soup kitchen out in Kensington, Philadelphia. For those of you that are familiar with Kensington, or maybe you've never heard of it at all, but if you look it up, man, you'll just see like the craziest footage because people love to come out here and just take exploitative film that gets a million views because it is wild out on these streets, honestly. And we run a soup kitchen and we do our best to try and help people, a lot of families, low income families that need help with meals and Christmas presents. And we do our best to like really show up for everyone. And honestly, it's the best ever. And my wife, she's being a little sweetie, and I get home, so I don't want to interrupt her, so I got my headphones on, so I'm not listening while she's in her group. And I'm getting busy with some watermelon. So this week, I've been kind of focusing just on the water weight issue. I recently got off of some hormones I was messing with, and man, I immediately, when I stopped the next day, shot up 5 pounds. And it was so crazy because I didn't even think about it. Like the way I was feeling, the way I was moving, I was so high energy that I just was like, fuck it, man. I want to get off of everything. I don't want to be hooked on Monster Energy drinks. And I don't need to like supplement my libido that I've destroyed through crash diets. And I just didn't even think twice about what was going to happen. And I spent a number of days going like, why am I stalled out? Why am I stalled out? Why am I not going to the bathroom today? Why haven't I peed in a day? And I was just like, I don't know, man, just being kind of a knucklehead, forgetting that there was going to be consequences to everything. But yeah, it's been over a week now, and I'm feeling a lot better. I am peeing quite often. It's coming along. I'm definitely still not like 100%. I can still feel like a little janky around the edges when it comes to just my like overall sense of being, if that makes any sense. I would imagine that if there's like anyone that's messed with hormones in the comment section, and probably many of you women might experience this like throughout the month as you go through your cycle, if it's anything like my wife tells me. And so I can commiserate with some of your experiences now in a way that I never could. But like I said, yeah, I'm feeling a lot better. And so as I'm focusing on the water weight issue, I'm just kind of, looking to cut some weight this month. I got a big vacation month next month, and it's like 3 weeks in Italy or 2 weeks in Italy, a week at the Outer Banks. And it's like, even if I'm able to sort of mitigate any eating around sugar fast, there's going to be quite a bit of time where it's like, I might just like have to eat consistently normal structured meals and, with normal portions, and have some, mindfulness around what I'll be restricting without just like poo pooing on my whole time with my family in Italy, seeing my dad, seeing my brother, seeing my grandma, my cousins, and spending all that time with my wife. So I'm going to get ahead of it by this month, getting pretty strict. What that looks like is I will do a sugar fast from Sunday to Wednesday. Wednesday night, I will break around 3 p.m. and I will have, anywhere from 8 to 16 ounces of a lean meat, whether that be chicken breast or 93.7 ground beef. And I will probably have some roasted veggies with that. I might have starch, I might not. I'm fine with it either way. I really don't have any issue with this being, sort of peppered with more keto style refeeds, because I'm getting in so much carbs throughout the day that I'm not worried at all about depleting my glycogen, even with hitting the gym, getting through a work day, carrying sheetrock, any of that stuff. And then I will immediately Wednesday night go straight back into a sugar fast, and I will break either Friday or Saturday, depending on what the weekend looks like with my wife, because I want to be mindful of what she's got going on, right? Like it can't be that Saturday we have a little event to go to together, and I'm not going to be eating, like that old model of like, oh, the diet comes before life and my family. That shit's done, It's as simple as I'm going to have 2 days on the weekend where I'm getting in some meats, and whether that's Friday and Saturday, whether that's Saturday and Sunday, whether that's Friday and Sunday, it's all good. And I'm going to be flexible with that. And I'm going to be rolling out this protocol just kind of like that with a 72 and then a 46 back to back for the rest of June, and take it from there. Yeah, I've been really, really, really happy with this. And the thing that I definitely feel like a lot of people aren't talking about, and I heard that Joe guy mention it yesterday on Mark Bell when he was really getting into his experience with sugar fasting, was, that there's like so much potential in sugar dieting and sugar fasting for people on reverse diets. Like I spent 16 weeks cutting down to 186 from 218 just this year, from January 1st until Easter. Over the course of 16 weeks, I cut down, what is that, like 20 or 30 pounds or something, And by the end of it, I'm eating like 1,300 calories, starving, doing like back-to-back protein-sparing modified fast, crushing my hormones, crushing my energy level, feeling god-awful. And, if I had immediately started jumping into sugar fasting from that position, I could have like very rapidly got my calories up and mitigated a ton of weight gain, And it's like, what a treat it has been for the past 3 weeks eating 3,000 calories and not gaining weight. There's been days where I've pushed it as high as 4. They say don't eat the dried fruit if you're trying to cut weight. Well, I wasn't interested in cutting weight. I was interested in being able to eat food and feel good. And so, yeah, I've been in that place now for 3 weeks, and I'm really happy with it. So I want to push it forward. Like I said, get ahead of July, which is going to be a lot of traveling, a lot of going with the flow, eating what my family's eating, and just like partaking in life. Partaking in life, man. Well, that's it for today. Have a good one, and I will catch up with you guys tomorrow.